Hello gamers, I'm Kevin. Welcome to an MTG Arena draft. We're here to play some War of the Spark. This is a nice throwback. War of the Spark came out, what, like 2018 or something? This is an old set and I am very excited to play it. I guess if, 7 years ago it was old, 6 years ago. All right, 2019. Anyway, this set's awesome. It has like 15 planeswalkers in it that you can play with. Maybe more, probably more. And we're gonna dive right in, have fun. War of the Spark is one of the sets I kind of got back into playing competitive Magic in that Return to Ravnica block, and so War of the Spark has a special place in my heart. And it was the end of a pretty epic story arc. Came out around my birthday 6 years ago. Maybe that's why I remember it pretty well too. Let's dive in, see some old cards, build up some armies. This set's a lot of fun. We get to play with planeswalkers at uncommon. See what happens. There's a planeswalker in every single pack of War of the Spark. You get some real fun things that you can do. Kaya's a pretty good one. Kaya is definitely a pretty good one. Yeah, that's consideration for first pick. Evolution Sage is pretty good too, but it's not nearly as good as Kaya. She gets to kill things, and then you get to like sacrifice her, or if your opponent kills her, you get to bring her back. I don't remember Silent Submersible actually being very good because of the double blue cost. And there aren't any commons in this pack we really need to look out for. Interplanar Beacon is nice, and Invading Manticore, probably the best common here, followed by Tamiyo's Epiphany. Scry 4, then draw 2 cards. Wow. Yeah, we're gonna start with Kaya because Kaya is quite good. Okay, I see a Dreadhorde Twins. I see a Thunder Drake. I see Huatli's Raptor. I don't remember Huatli's Raptor being something I was too excited to play. Mrs. Triumph is not something I care about. I mean, Thunder Drake I remember being pretty good. I don't remember Sorin's Thirst being incredible, but it's definitely playable. I don't really want to take the double black. Centaur Nurturer might be a consideration, but not this early. Dreadhorde Twins is good, and so is the Drake. I think I'm going to take Dreadhorde Twins. Okay, an interesting pack. We have a Devouring Hellion. We have a Raging Crunch. Devouring Hellion's not that good. Raging Crunch is okay. Herald of the Dreadhorde, I think I like a little bit more than those. And then there's 10th District Legionnaire, and I don't necessarily remember that being very good in this set. It has Heroic, +1/+1 counter, and Scry, which is pretty decent, but actually getting spells to target it with, I don't know how likely that is. There's things like Samet's Sprint. I'm looking at like a Raging Crunch or a Herald of the Dreadhorde. I mean, I guess I don't remember Pouncing Lynx being very good. So I'm just going to take this Crunch. Oh, Herald of the Dreadhorde. I'm going to take Herald of the Dreadhorde. Chandra's Triumph. That card's pretty sweet. That's removal. There's also a Guild Globe, Mana Geode. It's nice to have things to fix. Mana Geode is definitely not at the top of that list of fixing. 3 mana for this. Not great, but you can at least use it the turn it enters, and it scries one. So this is better than most versions of a 3 mana rock in draft sets. We're gonna take Chandra's Triumph and be quite happy about it. Ooh, Ral's Outburst. Ral's Outburst is very good, and it's a sign that blue-red is open, and blue-red might be one of the best color combinations because you're amassing zombies, and you've got good removal, and you have access to some of the better planeswalkers. Yeah, Ral's Outburst looks pretty good. Wish I had taken that Raging Crunch as I had planned. Ooh, Bond of Insight. That card is really good. Each player mills 4 cards. Return up to 2 instant or sorcery cards from your graveyard to your hand. Yeah, you get to get back like 2 removal spells. And this set can be really grindy, so it's nice to have cards like that. Okay. Wow. This pack is loaded. Talk about how open red is. Wow, this is wild. Tibalt's Rager's good, but it's not as good as Jaya's Greeting. The question is, do we take Angrath? And I think probably. I don't know. We have a lot of 4-drops already. But Angrath giving your creatures menace and then just amassing things, really strong. That's really tough. I think I'm going to take Jaya's Greeting, just for the sake that we have so many 4-drops already. Angrath's Rampage definitely does the trick. Crushed Descent is kind of expensive, but that card is good. It counters and it makes a 2/2. At the very least, it's a 4-drop 2/2 at instant speed that also counters a spell. Ooh, there's also a Tithe-Bearer Giant in here. Tithe-Bearer Giant, sorry. I've never been able to pronounce that correctly. Angrath's Rampage is the pick here. We're going to take the cheap removal spell. Ooh, Silent Submersible on the wheel for the blue-red deck that we're looking at. Or do we... No, I mean, I don't actually think this is ever going to connect. Double blue? Nah. Invading Manticore is a really strong common. It's definitely one of the best red commons. It's right under there with Jaya's Greeting. Thorn's Thirst or a Thunder Drake. Man, that is tough. The double black. I don't love the double black on this, but here we go. Raging Crunch on the wheel. Over the Turret Ogre. I remember Turret Ogre being pretty decent, but I think Raging Crunch is probably going to be a little better for us. Guild Globe. I don't think Charity Extractor is very good, and Guild Globe actually helps us cast our spells. Chain Whip Cyclops is not a card I think I've put in my deck before with this set. I doubt this will be an exception. Alright, Toll of the Invasion. That card is awesome. We haven't seen one yet, but it makes a 1/1 and it takes the best card out of your opponent's hand. Roll-esque happens to be like one of the best cards in the set, but we're pretty far away from being able to play double blue. There's also Narset and a Bond of Insights in here. Narset Parter of Veils is quite strong. And I'm tempted to take that over the Toll of the Invasion. But we only have these 2 blue cards, and we did get past a lot of black and red. So I don't really want to take the double blue. I'm going with Toll of the Invasion. I think we got to take another Chandra's Triumph over this Lazotep Reaver. Lazotep Reaver is the best black common. Next to Toll of the Invasion. Maybe it's the third bet, because there's Obnixilis Cruelty in this set too. Alright, so it's a top 3 black common. Chandra's Triumph is really good though. We don't have any 2-drop creatures yet. This is a pretty cool Grixis spells deck. I guess for that reason, we should probably take this Lazotep Reaver. The fact that we have all these spells. Yeah, I'm going to pass on Chandra's Triumph. Oh, there was a Planeswalker in that pack, but I don't think Karn is very good. Ooh. Speaking of, Obnixilis Cruelty. And Tibalt's Rager is quite strong, but I don't know if I'm going to take it over Obnixilis Cruelty. Mizium Tank. I have a lot of instants and sorceries. I have 8? Oh, it's non-creature spell? Oh my gosh. Mayhem Devil. Mayhem Devil. Mayhem Devil is strong. I don't think we're doing a whole lot of sacrificing though. And Mizium Tank looks hilarious, so we're going to take Mizium Tank. We have a lot of non-creature spells. 11. So Mizium Tank can definitely win us some games. Angrath's Rampage. Another one. Oh, and we get an Angrath? That is awesome. Even though we had to pass the one for a Jaya's Greeting. I'm not sure that was the right choice given how much removal we've gotten, but happy to see another one. Wow. This is wild. Heartfire is really good. But that's another Angrath's Rampage, and that's very tempting. Yeah, I'm gonna take it. Goblin Assault Team, I don't think is what we want. There is an Unlikely Aid. Sorin's Thirst. I guess we could take Banehound. I don't think that card's very good though. Sorin's Thirst or Unlikely Aid. Probably just another Sorin's Thirst, right? Hit things and animate our Mizium Tank. Bolas Citadel is not playable as far as I can tell. I guess if I had enough ways to gain life, it might not be bad, but... Ooh, and we wheel Chandra's Triumph. I don't know, maybe Bolas Citadel is playable. Just get to cast a couple free spells and then at some point make your opponent lose 10 life. Aid the Fallen. That's what we want. That card is awesome. Goblin Assailant on the wheel. I don't think we're going to play that. I don't think Samut Tyrant Smasher looks very good, but Spark Harvest looks quite good. Samut Tyrant Smasher might be up there for like the worst Planeswalker that exists in this set. Still up in the air whether we can play these blue cards, though they would be worth a splash if we get some lands that enable it. Spark Harvest looks good though. Nice to be able to sacrifice your zombies so you can make more. Eternal Taskmaster looks pretty cool. 2-drop. We don't have a whole lot of creatures to get back with it. Maybe I just want another Kaya. Kaya's triple black is a bit prohibitive. Yeah, I think Eternal Taskmaster is our pick here. It's a 2-drop, 2/3 that can get you some value. It's kind of exactly what our deck wants to do. Looking at a Spark Reaper, looking at a Pyro Helix. I don't really feel like I need Pyro Helix that badly. And a second Spark Reaper is always welcome. Are we gonna do it? We're gonna cast Nico Bolas, Dragon God? We're gonna try. We're gonna try. That's awesome. Tidebearer Giant. Excellent way to top off this deck. I have to make some cuts. Nico Bolas. Card is awesome. Herald of the Dread Horde or another Tidebearer Giant. I think I want another Herald. Lazotep Reaver over Angrath. Angrath does seem awesome, but kind of just want Lazotep Reavers in this deck. Ooh, a Spellgorger weird. Wait, Command the Dread Horde, isn't it? I think Spellgorger Weird is going to treat us a little bit better than that Command the Dread Horde. We have far too many playables. Spellgorger Wheel fills a similar space as Mizium Tank to support all of the removal spells that we're playing. Spark Reaper is quite good with all of our amassing. Good number of cuts we have to make. 3 cuts? Jeez. Hmm. Two more cuts. And sometimes your deck is so good you can't cut down. I'm lying, of course. If I cut down to, if I stay at 41, it's out of sheer laziness. I don't want to be lazy here. I like this deck. I think it deserves my best. And we do have like a good number of... I guess we just have that. We just have Scry from Jaya's Greeting. We also have Ral's Outburst for card selection. But we don't have any fixing, really, to make sure we hit that blue or triple black. So it's kind of tough, but I'm certainly going to try. Feels weird to be cutting Kaya from here, doesn't it? Not having Kaya makes Aid the Fallen worse significantly, I think. I guess it's not that much worse. I have a lot of good removal. Maybe we don't need Kaya. Maybe we don't need another restrictive mana cost. I don't like the idea of only having 2 blue sources here. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to live with it though. It's not. It's like these cards can be cast later on, and that's fine. It was a little weird to be cutting Kaya, but I think this is what I want to settle on. Yep. All right, let's go to war with some Eternals. Wait, no, wait. We are the Eternals. Let's demolish the Gatewatch. What do you guys say? We are Nico Bolas. We are literally the big bad guy. It'd be really cool if we could actually cast Nico Bolas once or twice. Let's have some fun with this deck. Oh yeah, this looks good. We have Nico. We have a Swamp. We have a 2-drop. Top decked land is excellent. Playing Angrath there is a little fragile, so our opponent can just kill the 3/3 and attack. But we do have Aid the Fallen, so felt like the best way to use our mana and the cards that we have. That's pretty strong. Let's see. I think I should sacrifice Angrath to make a 5/5. We'll probably get their 1/1 out of this. Oh, even better. Now we actually got a card out of that. That's pretty good value. And the 5/5 has been crueltied. Drawn a few too many mountains to actually have the chance to play Nico. It's gonna be tough. I can't do anything. I could aid the fallen to get back Angrath, but I don't think that's a great play. I think I'd rather Spark Harvest that Lazo or the Sorin by sacrificing my Lazotep Reaver and then aid the fallen to get back both of those cards. Another mountain, eh? Not ideal. I guess I'd rather leave up a blocker. A lot of creatures. Do we stabilize with the giant? We stabilized with the giant. Pretty awesome. Another mountain. We've drawn 4 mountains. Not a fan. Interesting. We're just chilling. At 10 life, our opponent has a bunch of cards in hand. I don't want to take any risks. We've got removal spells. We have Nicol Bolas. We would like to cast at some point. I need that swamp. I want to try and attack so I can get use out of Aid the Fallen, but I don't think he's going to block. So we'll just wait. We consider going down to 6 red sources. That was a really good top deck. Okay, well, it gave us information that we really needed. That's the main idea there. Our opponent's got a lot of lands. Means lots of gas left. All right, so I'll let this resolve. Everything dies. My opponent wiped the board, killing all of their creatures. Killing... What did I have? 3 creatures out? Alright. That was cool. I'm down. Glad we waited on that Obnixilus Cruelty. Now I can aid the Fallen, back Tidebearer Giant and Angrath. Get to play Tidebearer Giant, smash in for 4. This game is ours. And we'll make some creatures here. Activate Angrath. Keep up some removal. Good game, ALF. What a good sport. Yeah, aggressive decks tend to peter out in this format unless you're black-red. Banehound, notoriously bad. This set is very grindy. You want to play a lot of 2-for-1s. You got to be on board early so that you can attack planeswalkers when they're played. Really fun set. A snowbally set, but There are release valves like Massacre Girl. A couple other cards that wipe the board. This hand is okay, but I'm going to keep it on the draw. I have this Jaya's Greeting. I mean, having 2 6-drops and only 2 lands, I don't love. Our opponent playing Lazotep Reaver, I also don't love. I need a mountain, really. For the sake of this Mizium tank. I'm going to draw Nico Bolas and be starving for that swamp forever. I really needed something to play that turn, which is why I didn't keep that swamp, because I could have played that swamp and then had this swamp in my hand and not had anything to play. There we go. Eternal Taskmaster got a Prison Realm from him. Pretty good. I probably should not have let them do that. That's okay. Cool thing about Spark Reaper is you can sacrifice himself to himself. For example, like so. I'm glad I put that swamp on the bottom because we definitely didn't need 5 of them. See what our opponent has going on. Ooh, battlefield promotion. Yeah, Chandra's Triumph definitely gets around that. Aid the Fallen to get back Spark Reaper. I don't think that's a great play. I think we've got time. Our opponent only has 2 power on their side. I guess a 2/2 is cool. All right. Start bringing the beats. That card's not very good. While Rune Enforcer very notoriously does not hit 4/4s. Or sorry, does not hit armies. Does not hit tokens. Alright, so I think attacking with the 4/4 makes the most sense here. Hello there, Dragon God. I do hope we get the chance to play you. 5/5 makes more sense than letting him trade off with 2 creatures, because he'll have to trade off with 3, right? Yeah, I can still kill 3 creatures by adding +1/+1, and that's going to be worth more than trading off and then having a 1/1 left over. Does give zombie tokens trample. Yeah, let's make him trade off all 3. He wants my zombie token. Interesting. Ah, he didn't notice the trample. Good game. What do we have here? All creatures, no artifacts. Good game. Trample is strong. For sure. Alright, War of the Spark. Good to be back. Yeah, this looks good. I don't want to cut a swamp. So we're just going to roll the dice and hope we get one of our 2 islands. 2 isn't really enough for a splash. A little bit closer to gambling than reliability. But our card quality is high enough otherwise that I think it justifies it. I'm on the draw. No black mana, but I do have these cards. I think Mizium Tank's going to be really good. No black mana, though. Yeah, I should mulligan. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna let my opponent use that erratic visionary. It's not really worth Gaya's greetinging. I suppose I do want that in my hand. I want to keep Angrath's Rampage in case my opponent plays a good Planeswalker. Could play blue one. Arametra or something? No. I forget what her name is. Tasmina. Crush Descent. At least I get a 2/2 out of it. What? That's a card. Yeah. Well, I suppose we'll make it 2/2, and then we'll make it into a 4/4. At least we got some solid blockers now, even though our opponent has 6 creatures. Pretty good draw. Well, now I should probably have them sacrifice a creature, right? No, I should have done that on turn 2. Clearly. Would have gotten rid of their erratic visionary. So they are just digging through spells. They haven't discarded any lands yet. There's one. That is pretty strong. Damn. Really needed an island there or something interactive. Oof. Yeah, that might be the end of us. Opponent top deck Crush Descent there. It's pretty good. Pretty good top deck. Damn. Nice. A third Crush Descent? Wow. We can get back Herald of the Dread Horde to help us block. I don't think that's the way. We have enough mana where we can double spell with the Manticore, so if our opponent draws some removal, then we'll be able to actually get a 2-for-1 with that. Wow. That is strong. And trade off with one of their creatures here or Narset. Menace. Pretty good. That exile effect is going to be too much for us. Another land. Give me a break. Another mountain? What the fuck? It's so boring. Our opponent top decked that Narset, which definitely ended the game. Rush Descent is strong. Opponent has quite a good draft deck. Wow. That is filthy. That's Jace. And Narset and the Wanderer. And we drew all of our mountains. How about that? Every single one of them. How about that? How exciting. Does Nico get the abilities? Well, there's an island a bit late. Did we do it? We totally did it. We totally did it. Oh, that's amazing. We top decked the island and we get to kill their Jason. They're dead. Oh, fucking got him. Oh man, that's too much. That's too much. Got him. Yeah, I mean, they shouldn't have milled me. They milled us. They milled us right into that island instead of milling themselves and just winning. Oh, that's amazing. What a game. 3-0. Oh, thank you, Max Power. That was cool. That's why we never give up. Oh, now here's a hand. We've got all three of our colors. I mean, we don't really expect to get blue every game because we're only playing 2 sources. We don't necessarily expect to draw 7 mountains. But hey, we can win anyway. This hand looks awesome. We have removal. We've got Toll of the Invasion. Ooh, now we have a 2-drop to play. Key4. Oh, this is somebody I know. Hello, Key4. All right, and Arlen's Wolf. That's a strong one. I think I want to get out my Spell Gorger weird. So all right. Point made. Key 4, the Untouchable Plage. I have the Untouchable as well. That must have been for something. Some Plage or Phage themed reason. I'm not sure. Bloom Hulk is quite strong. Now it feels like time to play Toll of the Invasion. See what our opponent's hand is all about. Ooh, hello there. Roll-esque and 2 band-togethers. Wow, what a hand. We're going to get rid of Roll-esque and die to our opponent's removal next turn, I suppose. Band Together makes it so blocking is bad. Power 2 or less. Okay. Kind of have to chump block so that I don't just die, I think. Plus, it gives me a creature to get back with Aid the Fallen that I actually want back. Here we go. Now I have 2 things that block the Bloom Hulk. Plans does he have for the Manticore? Ah, yes. Very good. That's nice. At least I can double block the Bloom Hulk next turn. Oh, wow. I don't think that actually helps us. Another... Wow. Great draws. Our opponent's onslaught has been unending. We finally drew a removal spell to stabilize the board with. My opponent could draw a pump spell, so I'm killing this thing. We care about double blue at all. Definitely not. Wow, what a stabilize. Get back invading Manticore. And then play Spark Reaper. And we can get back, I guess, Spellgorger Weird. Wow. Just barely snuck past. Playing Bolas to kill the 3/3 flyer. If our opponent had put that +1/+1 on the Bloom Hulk, we would have lost this game. That is huge. Think we win with Angrath, though? Everything having Menace? Good game, friend. I thought Key 4 had me there. Good game. Oh, Nico Bolas coming in hot. Four 0. Or the Spark. Oh man, this set is fun. That was a good game, Key 4. Thank you. Good game, Key 4. Man, I thought you had me. You put that +1/+1 counter on the Bloom Hulk, and I think I don't have blockers. Maybe. But, man, that was close. Just barely. I top decked that Nico Bolas right after you had wiped my board of cards, and I didn't think I was going to get a chance to play it. Looked like you flooded out a little bit in the turns after that. Yeah, honestly, putting it on the flyer makes a lot of sense so that you can just keep getting in the sky. Ashiok Dream Render. That card is really good. Oh, man. And we lost our Angrath's Rampage. Yeah, this is going to be a tough one. Oh, that's boring. Snooze fest. That is awesome. Double Dream Render. Wow. That is brutal. It's just such a boring way to lose. That's why I say snooze fest. Not snooze fest because my opponent did something cool. I respect when opponents do cool things. But what a boring way to lose. Yeah, I guess we're just done. I can kill one of these. Maybe we can win in 4 turns. No, I needed that. I probably needed the Angrath's Rampage. It's unfortunate that we had to get rid of that Sky Theater Strix, but that card's good. And our deck relies on some Planeswalkers. So you got to get rid of the flyers. Oh no. Rouse Outburst gets rid of the top 2 cards of our deck. Well, that's no way to win, but we're going to do it anyway. Gives us another turn. Oh, geez. All right. Yep. We're going to cast Nico Bolas. Can I do anything? I can aid the fallen back. My Spellgorger weird here. Yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to cast spells. I mean, maybe our opponent plays... Is it only activated abilities? Oh, it's only the loyalty abilities. Yeah. I don't think there's any way we can win this. but we might get to cast Nico Bolas. And then kill ourselves with the draw ability. Now that's taking agency over your life. Nope, not gonna happen. All right, well, can't win them all. Sometimes your opponent plays 2 Ashiok Dream Renders in a row. That was cool, I'll admit. All right, we got our first loss. We're 4-1. Triumphantly redeem ourselves on the next game. Ashiok Dream Render is a beating. I mean, it takes out 20 cards by itself, and Aid the Fallen's a common. So if you draft Ashiok Dream Render, you have Aid the Fallen in your deck. And Ashiok doesn't suffer from the same issue that a lot of the minus planeswalkers do, where they minus and then they're just sitting there with like 1 loyalty left over, so you can't get them back. You'll see in one of the games, my opponent never attacked Angrath because it just gave my creatures menace and wasn't threatening any more 2/2s because, so he didn't attack it because it didn't matter. Also, because I couldn't get it back. So it's smart to not kill your opponent's planeswalkers in this set because of this card. However, Ashiok definitely needs to die. So, I mean, if we had played that differently, we had a chance to win. If we just don't play Angrath's Rampage on turn 2, we can probably win that game. But, oh well. Next. This hand looks good. Lazotep Reaver into Toll of the Invasion. I don't think that my opponent is going to trade with my 1/1, so I'm just going to do this now. Whoa. Do I even care about Massacre Girl that much? I feel like I just want to get rid of that Obnixless Cruelty, so we can't exile my Herald or anything. You get to attack for 2, leave back a blocker. I can deal with creatures. I can deal with Massacre Girl. Obnixless Cruelty turns off our Aid the Fallen value. I don't want to deal with that. Johnny's Pridemate and Spark Reaper is a cute combo. Okay, interesting. Eternal Taskmaster doesn't do anything. Let's see. Lazotep Reaver allows us to attack with a 3/3. Okay. They just top deck the Charm Stray after chump block it with the Charm Stray. Oof. Feels bad. Now our opponent can Spark Reaper something to gain life. Attacking for 3 doesn't seem to make that much sense. I suppose we'll just pass. Hopefully we draw a mountain soon. We kept this hand because we had plenty of things to play with Swamp Island. Lazotep Reaver, Toll, Angrath, Aid. Okay. Okay. That's it. Aid the Fallen to Charm Stray. All right. Hey, to each their own. Okay, so I can Angrath, get a 5/5 that has Menace and attack. I like that. And if my opponent decides they want to attack Angrath, well, it allows me to put creatures in the graveyard to get back with Aid the Fallen. That allows me to just let Angrath die and get it back with Aid the Fallen. I have chump blockers for days. And if my opponent decides to Massacre Girl, then Ajani's going to die too. Oh, and then Ajani comes back with the Ghost form, which is strong. But then I get to make a 3/2 and a 2/2. And this seems like a fair trade for me. Spark Harvester is gone. I'm quite happy. And we get red mana now. I could have blocked with my Eternal Harvester or Eternal Taskmaster and then turned off our opponent's ability to Massacre Girl. But wasn't really worried about it. Oh, they're going right for Angrath. That's not the play. That's not the play, Kunleo. I guess I probably should have attacked first, but oh well. With haste? No. 3 Charm Strays? That is so cool. I've never actually played the Charmed Stray deck. Okay. So you're telling me I should just get back Angrath and Invading Manticore? Eternal Taskmaster I don't think makes sense. I'm not going to be able to really make use of it. They can lose their Johnny. Nah, I'll just leave back. I'll leave back a blocker. Okay. That works for me. Man, that is good. That is very good. So here I can attack for 3. Our opponent's going to take 3. And I get to make a 2/2 and make it look like my opponent has halfway decent attacks. But we have the Chandra's Triumph, and they do not have halfway decent attacks. That's it. And our opponent has 2 4/4s. Either way, they're going to have 1 4/4. So yeah, we might as well get a free card out of it. And then Chandra's Triumph, this thing, probably? I don't see any other ways to gain life, but I definitely see other ways to... or other creatures that can die. I think that's the better target. We don't need any cards in our hand. No need to sandbag. And this 4/4 is coming in. Menace means there's no chump blocking. And Angrath's Menace is so strong. Okay, that's pretty good. Vizier of the Scorpion. Send it in. I'll probably just block with Mizium Tank if he does. No? Alright. It's a deal. Ooh. How would he give him Trample? Let's see, is our opponent just dead here? All this Menace. I feel like I should just swing in with the team. Beat them down. And then the Menace won't even like matter next turn. This is the play. Because all of these things have Trample. If our opponent does decide to block the... Yeah, I think they're dead. They can block two things and Trample damage is going to get through. They're going to take 6 minimum plus another 1. 7 is the minimum amount of damage they can take here. They're dead with that block. I think that chump block with their first Charmed Stray was kind of the beginning of the end for our opponent. They also played that Massacre Girl for not really a whole lot of benefit. Our opponent figured it out. Our opponent figured out the blocks. Nice. But yeah, good game. Good game. Angrath, too strong. Wow, that was a good one. Our opponent had some pretty good board presence, and we just kept making a larger and larger zombie. Pretty good. 5-1. Funny, Kaya is our deck image, but she actually didn't make the deck. It was tough to make cuts with this deck. I had an extra Tabalt's Rager, extra Angrath's Rampage, Kaya, 2 Sorin's Thirsts, another Spark Reaper, another Herald. Tough to make cuts here. I was tempted to play 41. Out of laziness, that is. But we didn't play 41, and it's going well. 5-1. We've cast Nico Bolas twice, and the first time, it won us the game. The second time, we killed ourselves with it. So that was awesome. On to the next one. Got some Tarkir Dragonstorm coming up this weekend. I guess the whole spoiler's out, isn't it? All right, no blue mana. That's what we're used to. We're happy with it. We have Chandra's Triumph. We have Weird. Ooh, we got a third land for the Weird. Museum Tank first, because I can Spell Gorge or Weird and then attack with it next turn. And to me, that makes more sense than just playing the Weird. Okay. I like that. Our opponent's screeching. There's definitely some more screeching going on. I'll kill one of them. All right, good game, Lukey Bones. Sorry about your luck. Our opponent kept the hand with Plains, a 2-drop, and then nothing else that they could cast. I mean, that's a risky keep. Because they drew into that. They didn't play the other Hawk on turn 3. It wasn't until turn 4. That was a risky keep, but, you know, sometimes we keep risky hands. Doesn't always pay off. 6-1. See if we can get our trophy. Whoa. Serac, Elusive Hunter. 2 and a green. Legendary 4/3 with trample. Can't be countered. And whenever a creature you control or a creature spell you control becomes the target of a spell or ability, draw a card. Spell or ability. Wow, that card's awesome. I like all these cheap versions of old legends that we're used to. We have a 2-drop Tygam, 2-drop Sidisi, 2-drop Sarkhan. All right, what do we have here? An awesome hand. Angrath's Rampage, Spellgorger Weird. 3 of the manas that we need for Nico Bolas. This could be the game. We get to use Nico Bolas. Ooh, getting closer. Getting closer. Need 1 island. There are 2 islands in our 32 card deck. So the chances of us actually casting Nico Bolas pretty low still. Opponent killed our Spellgorger Weird. That is totally fine. I guess I could have our opponent sacrifice a creature here. Black, green, blue. Nope, don't care. I'm gonna play Lazotep Reaver and pass. The reason I tanked a little bit is because you don't get that many chances to choose which creature your opponent sacrifices when you have a card like this. It's nice. Resolve our Manticore. Attack for 3. Does our opponent have something? Okay, we get to take out a Spark Reaper. That's a deal. Pretty good. Obnixilus Cruelty. There we go. Whew. Patience pays off. Do we want to get back our Spellgorger Weird so that we also have a creature on the board? Can we afford to take damage from that 3/3? Yeah, I think I should probably get back to Spellgorger Weird. We're going to do it. Not quite in the Aid the Fallen that we want, but I believe Aid the Fallen that we need. Get rid of Arlen. No more wolves. Well, our opponent could probably Aid the Fallen as well. But if I don't take Spellgorger Weird, then I'm stuck with an Aid the Fallen in my hand. A creature that can't block that 3/3. And I got a Spark Harvest from my opponent, so that was probably worth it. Need the blue source. Stop giving me black and red sources. I would like to cast Nico Bolas. Oh, we're dead. We're so dead. God Eternal Ronos. This card's nuts. Okay. I see one path to victory. Our opponent plays nothing this turn. We take 5. Kill that. We take another 2. I didn't see that come. I didn't expect them to do that. All right. Third from the top. Not my favorite. I gotta be honest. I don't love that I'm gonna have to deal with this again. But if I can top deck an island, I'm in pretty good shape. Island. Can we do it? I remember 9 cards ago when I said there's almost no chance of us drawing an island. Well, we've drawn through a third of it at this point. So chances are increasing. Come on, one time. All right. I mean, it could definitely be worse. Definitely be worse. All right. I mean, that's an answer. You got Eternal Ronos. I imagine my opponent's going to draw a threat eventually in between these other cards, but maybe not. We did it! Oh, we did it. Is it going to get countered? I draw a card, our opponent exiles a card, and we get to keep up Obnixilus Cruelty. Oh, we're doing it. Oh, winner. Oh, man, that's awesome. That is incredible. God Eternal Ronos, gone forever. Nico Bolas had to destroy his own Eternal. It crushed him greatly. Oh, yeah. We're in business. I mean, our opponent flooded out like nothing I've ever seen. The 2 times they put God Eternal Ronos back underneath, they drew, what, 4 lands and then 1 Death Sprout in those 5 turns? That's pretty rough. And we get in, we play the Museum Tank. Oh, it does trigger on exile. Oh, you know what? I forgot about that. Good call, Keyfor. I don't think it's going to matter, but you're totally right. We'll be able to deal with God Eternal Ronos with this Angrath's Rampage, I suppose. Oh, wait. We're really close to being able to win with Nico Bolas. I would like to do that. That would be really cool. But can't we just win next turn? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think we can just win next turn. See, our opponent goes to 9, and then this gets +1/+1 2 times. That's all we need to do, right? Oh wait, we don't know what's in our opponent's hand. That's probably a bad idea. Yeah, I would rather kill them with Nico Bolas. Seems way more fun. Yep. You saw it. The Mizium tank. I guess I'll crew first. Block, and then Raoul's Outburst their their God Eternal Ronos. Please, let me win with Nico Bolas, though. Ah, you jerk. That was good. Good game, good game, good game. Oh, wow, what a stabilize with Bolas. That was awesome. We fought through pretty serious onslaught to stabilize at 1 life. Good game. That was awesome. Is that our trophy? Is that our trophy match? Hell yeah, it was. Victory. Thank you, Key4. Thank you, Key4. And good games. Our game was one of the best. I thought you had me. I mean, you had me on the ropes. That was close. Here we go. War of the Spark. I think this might be a new channel for my Discord. War of the Spark trophies. This is a 7-1. Good games. That was awesome. All right, and looks like we're at 6 o'clock. That was good for me. I'm all done for today. Just one draft. Yeah, Key4, thanks for stopping by. Good to game with you and finish it out for a trophy. That was a really fun deck. Nico Bolas, man. Yeah, thank you. All right, GG's, and I wish you all peace and success, and I'll be back on tomorrow. See you next time. I'm Kevin. Peace.